United States submarine base at Key West, Florida. A dispatch that quoted President Truman's press secretary, Charles Ross, as saying that President Truman has no knowledge of any secret project by this government that would give substance to the existence of such objects. Ross also said that both the Air Force and the Navy deny that such objects exist.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, everyone. For those who listened on Patreon first, I had to take my detective hat off and get back into talking about what we're talking about because I was click-clacking away on the internet trying to find some fucking archived articles from 2005 about a murder.
Noelle is a dog with a bone. I'm trying to fucking find it too. You would think if you had their name, what the crime was, what fucking high school they went to. Maybe I need to put
No, here's the problem. Because the murderer was a minor. And for sure got it expunged, so it's all fucking gone. It's gonna take some more digging on my part. Anyway. Hey, what's up? My name's Noelle. And if you need some deep web investigating done on someone, I'm your gal.
And I'm Chelsea. I am Barbara Walters with a worse haircut. I couldn't think of anything. Right. I'm very upset because remember when I went to Tombstone? I don't know if I told you. I got pulled into a shop by a MAGA guy, literally a MAGA guy, and he was like, Trump's gonna come to my store. He loves it. And it was like all MAGA stuff. But he was so intimidating with his sales pitch that I bought this cup that I wanted, but the squad goals is peeling off. Fucking nice product there, dude. You literally put it out with your Cricut and it came off.
I was going to say, that's a DIY Cricut project right there.
It's a cup with just stickers of
it's everyone
Patrick
from Tombstone.
Swayze's face, yeah. But the actors, not anything historical. Yeah. And it says squad goals, and he's like, I can get stupid bitches to buy this. And man, was he right.
That's what he said to you?
I'm sure that's what he thought. He was trying to...
you fucking bitch.
He was like, oh, Donald Trump's going to come in here. I talked to his secretary's press release's cousin, and they say that he just loves me. And the whole time, I'm like...
Oh my god. That is such fucking, boomer Trump energy. They're like,
it is.
I talked to his friend's cousin's secretary's son, and he said... It's like, no one said shit. No one gives a fuck about you, dog. You live in Tombstone, Arizona, population 5. Your wife left you, and you haven't seen your kids in 20 years.
He looks exactly how you think he would, with the beard and the long hair, but not Willie Nelson chic. But
did you mean Willie Nelson?
What did I say, Nielsen?
Yeah. God,
I'm
done with you.
That's fair. I'm done with myself. Apparently, we've been saying prion is incorrect. I've been told numerous times. Prion.
No, I refuse.
And then it's they're it's Prius, Prion. No. That's how you say it.
No.
And it doesn't sound right. Yeah,
that's not
choose
right.
To be ignorant.
They're so wrong. God, how embarrassing for them.
Well, it was my sister.
She
fuck you, be. Becca. How dare you?
Yeah, well, she went to school in Layton, okay? I'll take my public education in California and raise you with prion, sister.
I mean, I went to the same public education high school that she did.
Yeah, and that's why you said Willie Nielsen, you fucking...
Yeah, you're right.
Smooth-brained.
Now that I'm thinking that all my eyes are yee sound. Mm-hmm. Prion, Nyson.
Just keep proving me right.
Can we do this Mad Lib? I swear to God.
Okay, do it. I don't remember how Mad Libs work.
I tell you. So.
I tell you?
Well, I say, Noelle, give me an adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Fucking Californian public school piece of shit.
I don't. You can't just ask me to give you an adjective.
Yes, I can. And I don't like that you say the C in adjective. Adjective?
How the fuck are you saying it?
Adjective.
You're stupid. Are you
stupid?
Are you kidding me? Are you?
How do you say often?
Often.
Oh,
you're so stupid. It's you're the way you say things is like sludge. It's like you're lazy saying it. Pronounce the letters that are in the word.
Hey,
adjective.
I I'm from Layton, Utah. I grew up by the mountain that was full of cricks, and I say
you wanted to be an astronaut
often.
who works for NASA, and you can't even speak.
You don't need to speak. You don't need to speak. You just know how to act like you're in low gravity.
God, hearing you talk sometimes is so embarrassing.
Well,
what did you say? What did you ask me to say?
Adjective.
No. Before that. You said pronounce this.
Often?
Often. What did say it again? Say how you say it.
Often? It's like Tupperware all over again.
Oh my God, she's slow, ladies and gentlemen.
I think if you pronounce the T in often, you're a fucking nerd. And I say that with my chest, knowing that I am a fucking nerd, but you are like the lower tier. You're like...
Yeah, it's real nerdy to sound like you have all of your teeth.
The head rolling I am doing.
Chelsea's having a seizure. Oh my God, I'm sweating now. I gotta take my jacket off. Okay, anyway, the adjective, let's do, what's like a good state of being? I don't know.
Do you need to look up adjectives?
Do cruel.
Cool. Now a
cruel, not cool.
I wrote cruel.
Okay, I just want to make sure you know. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Being. Yeah. Being. Mm-hmm.
And now a body part.
Big toe.
For those of you who don't know, this is a sexy Mad Lib.
Oh, good.
Adjective.
Oh my God, this again.
There's a few more. Just be ready.
Okay. Well, mental.
Verb.
God damn it. I'm running out of...
You had to say one verb and you picked being, which is like the worst.
It's a state. Run. I don't like improv.
A mood? Now I have to say a mood.
A mood?
Yeah.
Moods. I don't speak in this way.
Let's do awful, because you're awful.
You stupid.
You're horrible.
No, a mood. How I'm trying to think of like when Facebook's like, remember back when it would say, "How are you feeling?" And you have 10 options.
Or
anxious.
nostalgic, anxious.
Do
Okay.
anxious.
Adjective. You can do it. You can do it.
Go again. Let's do. You said this was like a sexy one?
Yeah.
Do hot.
Adjective again.
Feral.
Body part.
Clitoral hood.
And then another body part.
Areola.
Verb.
Oh, great. I was on a roll, and now I have to, like, go back to thinking of verbs. Hold on. What's it, like, galloping?
Okay, fine. And last one, a plural animal.
What's a good animal? The vultures.
Okay. So here's our Mad Lib for Valentine's. There was so much anticipation leading up to our cruel first time. Up until that point, we had only ever beinged each other's big toe. So when the mental night came, we were both running because we were so anxious. we started off hot, but things started to get more feral as we went along.
That works.
The most memorable part was when you stuck your clitoral hood into my areola. I will admit, it galloped me greatly. Overall, it was truly a night to remember. We were real vultures in the sack.
There are parts of that I do like. I like, of course I love using the word feral. And I also do like referring to yourself as a sexual vulture.
Yeah, it could work. The rest of it was being fucked it up, being each other's big toe. But,
What did you want me to do? Like, what, sucking?
No, just, I think that when someone asks for a verb, being
Yeah, that's
is not a good one.
What am I doing?
I don't know. Just existing. We'd only ever existed.
You'd rather
Here's
have
what
existing?
Because the verb had to have an ed attached to the end of it.
Well, you didn't specify.
I didn't think you'd pick the worst verb. So I didn't anticipate that.
Well, that's your fault. Anticipate everything.
That's fair. I also have one more. It's not a Mad Lib. It's a quiz to find out what Florida man you are.
Here we go. Also,
on brand.
Speaking of, surprise, our Valentine's Day gift to you, Florida man.
It's perfect. So, Noelle, what kind of crime would you commit as Florida man? Arson, murder, poisoning, stealing, or throwing shit into traffic?
I'm going to go based off of reality. I used to throw dirt clods off of bridges, so I'm going to say throwing things into traffic, Alex.
Nice. What would you do in prison? Get robot arms? Prison fun run? Get money? Pickpocket? Or more fires?
Robot arms.
That's a good one. You'll always be protected. How many children would you have in jail? 1, 6, 10, 2. None? The fuck?
None is not an option?
No, none the fuck is an option.
Oh, do that one.
Would you get the death penalty?
Yes.
One more question. What do you think? That's not a question.
What do I think?
Your result.
Here we go.
You are Florida man with no arms charged with stabbing Chicago tourist. I don't know how you did that because you had to replace your arms with robot arms.
Well, you just put a knife in your mouth and you stab people. Or, because you have weird toes, you could grab it with your toes.
I could, yeah.
So you can spread her toes like how you can spread your hands. It's truly one of the most disturbing things in the entire world.
Yeah, my call to fame was one time I picked up a tennis ball.
It's disgusting. And yet I'm the one with clown feet. Make it make sense.
I'm evolved. You have clown feet in the sense that you have the feet of a mammoth and you're like 2 feet tall. You literally have the clown feet where you're so little that you turn sideways. You're like a piece of paper stuck with 2 bricks coming on the bottom. Like you just proportionally are bad. You're bad proportionally.
I think I was supposed to be 6'2" and I came out 5'3".
You stunted your growth with all the pedophiles you hung out with.
Probably true. They wanted to keep me small and infantile.
Yeah, that was it.
Also, that's on Patreon, just in case you guys are weird.
Don't forget
She's
the
out
NDA.
here digging up my trauma. She's like, remember when you got groomed?
Yeah, the NDA. It's a good story. It's nice and fun.
It's really wholesome stuff over there.
It's from the MySpace days where we're all getting groomed.
Yeah, it was a rite of passage. That's one thing they didn't talk about on their bulletin boards.
Yeah, this is the first time I played King's Cup. When I was being groomed.
So speaking of probably pedophiles, let's talk about some stories that are near and dear to my heart. I saw a post go a bit viral, so shout out if you've seen it already. But this is from Martin County Sheriff's Office. You can still go find this post from them on Facebook. I'm assuming there are probably 10,000 articles written about it now. Mm-hmm. But I would like to gift to you all, Happy Valentine's Day, your first Florida man. No title could explain this case, but the details will, well, it's just best to read on. Train versus vehicle versus house. 38-year-old Bradford Whitesell of Port St.
That name in and of itself is like the opposite of what I think a Florida man would be named. I want to think like...
Also, who's named Bradford?
That's a bad name. Also, when I think of Florida man, I think of like Tex Reckham. You know, I don't think of like Bradford White States, whatever his name is.
What?
I don't know. That's the most like generic
Whitesell?
name.
Whitesell?
Yeah,
I mean, no, this name isn't generic. This is like a name if like you got caught breaking into Harvard and they were like, "What's your name?" and you're like, "Bradford Whitesell." It's like not real. No one's named fucking Bradford, and if you are, I hope you changed it. Anyway, so Bradford or Brad, I hope that he refuses to go by Brad, of Port St. Lucie told Martin County Sheriff's detectives that he couldn't find his car after leaving a Martin County bar early this morning. Happens, you know? You know how it is when you're trying to drink responsibly and you're like, I've had one too many. I'm just going to leave my car. I'll come back for it in the morning. You know, the responsible thing to do.
Sure.
So, he stole one in a good faith effort to locate his own. Good faith.
Well, we are a village.
Yeah, he'll bring it back. I mean, come on. He said he somehow ended up on the train tracks along Indian River Drive. Don't you just hate, you know, when you're driving home from work and it's almost like you teleported, you're just leaving your office and then you're in your fucking parking spot and you're like, how the fuck did I get here? Imagine that, but it's a train track.
Yeah. Also, like, this sounds like a regurgitated story from Hollywood, but I'm glad it's real.
It's so real. That's when Whitesell claims the vehicle he stole suddenly stopped dead on the tracks as a train was coming. You know what? No one is brave enough to say is that this man has had a hard day. Hard night.
What day of the week was this happening on? Because I hope it's a weekday.
It was for sure a weekday.
It was a Wednesday afternoon, actually.
Yeah. It was bright and early. Wednesday morning.
It was like we did Tuesdays only twice, ever, and then it stopped for the rest of my life.
Yeah, because
you only do this once.
Yeah, you can only have that type of punishment once.
Right.
So, you know, what does he do next? I mean, it's like a Wile E. Coyote skit. His car that he happened to steal in a good faith effort to find his that he couldn't find is dead on the train tracks, and a train's coming. So naturally, he got out and ran, leaving the car on the tracks. It's not even his car.
He's not going to leave it.
Yeah, he doesn't care. It's not his. Within seconds, the train hit the car, catapulting it into a nearby home where the homeowners were sound asleep.
Oh, on a Wednesday afternoon, too. Lazy.
Yeah. Fortunately, they were not physically injured, although the explosive sound of a driverless car smashing into the side of their home was clearly jolting. What do you think our boy Bradford did next?
I think he went home, and I think he just ordered an Uber, probably. I think he called the police on himself and did a tirade. Close. Okay, well, fuck.
We're getting close. Okay. Meanwhile, Whitesell continued on to a nearby fruit stand where he vandalized the business and then tried to steal a forklift.
A fruit stand? They've never hurt anybody.
The most egregious offense is the vandalization of the fruit stand.
All I can think is the banana stand. You destroyed somebody's last chance at keeping their family together.
You destroyed somebody's honest living. They're out here growing these fruits, trying to revive a farmer's market in this economy, and then you do that.
And
honestly,
the
forklift makes the most sense. And this is where you get close, Chelsea.
Oh.
In the end, Weitzel said he thought it was best to flag down the responding deputies
Ah, responsible.
to let them know he was still looking for his car.
He's like, you guys are never going to believe. I have just straight up not been able to find my car.
You guys, I know that a car has just flown through someone's house like a shitty version of Harry Potter, and that man's crying because I just ran a forklift through his fruit stand. But I need you to listen up. Hello, this is about me. I still haven't found my car.
And he was just in a bar, and it's not even in I don't know Florida very well, but I'm assuming this isn't a very big Florida town. Is it? Do you know? Because I'm imagining it's just like a bar with like a dirt parking lot that has like 8 spots.
I mean, I would probably, if you look at this man, he's not going to a nice nightclub with bottle service. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, he's the type of guy where like the bottom of his head is much wider than the top of his head.
Mm-hmm. The population of Port St. Lucie in Florida is
Port St. Lucie's big.
189,396. If we're gonna look at their bars, it's very much pub, City Limits Sports Bar and Grill, Pipshay's Pub, Harper's Pub, Stinger's Tavern and Oyster Bar, Shay's Pub, Buckeye Sports Pub, The Office Sports Pub, Backroom Tavern, Mumble's Pub. I mean,
it's Mumble's for sure.
The list goes on.
That's really fun.
Also, I believe that you meant to text your partner, but you texted me asking if I would please make dinner.
Yeah, that's it. I need to send him a screenshot, but it's the image that you sent me from Patreon, and I feel like without context of what the fuck's going on with this belly button, whatever.
We can't talk about that here.
Nope. He's just gonna get a screenshot of whatever.
Anyway, if anyone wants to know, Bradford Wetzel was arrested and charged with grand theft, criminal mischief, and additional charges are expected. If you want to look up a picture of the car that got stuck on the train tracks and catapulted into a house, it is a crushed soda can. And if you want to look at a picture of our good friend Bradford, he has ball hair on his chin. The hairline probably left 10 years ago, and he looks like he absolutely beats women.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look like he respects anyone, except like his natty lights.
Yeah.
I found a couple. I found ones where I wanted to feel like I could see myself in Florida Man. Because often they come out and you're like, ha ha ha, lost his, like they just seem trashy, like lost his car, had like a movie adventure. And I was like, but I feel like the appeal of Florida Man is that we all see ourselves in Florida Man. So I found a couple.
Maybe you, because you can't pronounce things, but not me.
I speak the language of a Latter-day Saint. So how dare you?
Yeah, it shows. Backwards.
So I found one. Mine aren't as recent because you were very inspired by this article, but I still wanted to play along. So this one's from May 3rd, 2020.
Okay.
And I'm reading this article from the motherofallnerds.com.
Reputable source.
Florida man abducts scientist to make his dog immortal.
Why does this sound familiar? Have I read this in my own time, or have we talked about this before?
So I don't think we have, because I really feel this energy.
Am I having a fever dream? Okay, just say it again, even if we have.
So Florida man Philip Joseph has decided that his dog should have eternal life, and he's not wrong, because the loss of a loved one would be devastating. He loves his dog too much, and he cannot let it die. All dog owners would love to never have to worry about their four-legged friend moving on into the afterlife, but Joseph has taken this to the next level. He is not trying to figure out how to immortalize his dog on his own. He doesn't understand Frankenstein's scientific formulas and the biological procedures necessary to accomplish this task. But Joseph is not the giving up type. And when the idea suddenly came to mind, Eureka! Why not kidnap a scientist? said Joseph to himself while laughing maniacally. So, he kidnapped Ryan Lockhart, a doctor and scientist from the University of South Florida. One can only imagine what was going on in Ryan's mind at that point. No laboratory, nor secret chemical formula to keep the
Laboratory. Why did you say it like that?
That's the proper way to say it. I say things properly.
Laboratory? How are you going to sit here and say, how do you say adjective? Say it again.
Adjective.
I can't even, skip the letters, so I can't even play your games. You're going to sit here and be like, mountain, or whatever the fuck mumble shit
mountain,
you say.
Yeah, mountain.
Mountain and adjective, or whatever the fuck, and then you're going to be like, laboratory.
Laboratory. I say it properly. I say it real proper. Because I'm a schooling.
It's like come full circle. It's like you're so backwoods. It comes back and you're like laboratory.
Yeah, because I learned that on my pursuit to become an astronaut.
God. Anyway,
but the good thing is before any harm came to the scientist, the police found him. Joseph
question.
Yes.
Were there drugs involved? Do you know?
Let me do a command F.
Do they know? It seems like this is
no
not
drug.
Sober thoughts. No, they found no drugs.
So Joseph was eventually found by the police after Ryan's family noticed he was missing and urged them to open an investigation. However, Joseph didn't face any charges because apparently in Florida, this is a mistake that anyone who loves their dog as much as Joseph's does makes this crime reasonable. When Joseph spoke to a reporter, he stated, "I just get anxious when I think my dog is going to die someday. He's all I have. I can't let him die." Scientists want to stress that they agree that it is good to research if dogs can become immortal. They don't think it's worth their time to investigate in lieu of other scientific endeavors that they are currently pursuing.
Scientists have come out and said that point blank.
Scientists have also agreed to try and figure out how to make his dog immortal, even though they think it might not be successful.
Oh, they're trying. So he got what he wanted.
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever seen that documentary where the lady kidnapped the Mormon dude? It's called Tabloid or something. But she was the first one to get her dog cloned. And she swears up and down that when she cloned her dog, that it emulated the same soul as her previous dog. I wonder.
Well, here's the thing about this. I have a hard time taking firsthand accounts from a crackpot who kidnaps someone and clones their dog. I just feel like they're not a reputable source.
He got a slap on the fucking wrist.
It's very much like a buddy cop lol comedy where they're like, you know what? We're not going to press charges. It's like the end of fucking Christmas Vacation. They're like, what? We're all going to sing together and laugh.
Yeah.
Because you are right. You did deserve to kidnap me so your dog could live forever.
The real crime was not saying that he had a real friend in the scientist all along.
That's it, exactly.
That's it.
Oh my god, that's
they were
incredible.
Like, "Oh, you," and it ended. I thought that was cute.
I do like that one because no one was murdered or injured, and at the end of the day, we were shown once again that sometimes violence is the answer.
Yeah, that's fine. I like that you can just straight up kidnap somebody, but if your reason is adorable, no one cares.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's cute. I do like that as well. I'm also not encouraging anyone to kidnap, but, I'm not
going to not.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the boss of anyone here.
Here's a recent one for you. February 7th, 2022. Florida man wearing Sonic mask tries to rob a bank.
Sonic the Hedgehog, not like a Sonic burger joint.
Yes, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. What the fuck? You just thought some roller skating fucking car hop tried to rob a bank?
Yeah, I did, Noelle. Yeah, because that was the first thing I thought of. Because maybe I'm not a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, but I am a Tasty Treat fan. So that is what I thought of.
Sonic drive-thru sucks. Their drinks are too sugary and taste like fucking plastic. And all of their food could be found at 7-Eleven for a quarter of the price.
I feel like their mozzarella sticks are good.
You shouldn't be getting mozzarella sticks from a drive-thru.
Tell me what to do ever again, or I will freak out. I don't know if Sonic sells mozzarella sticks or if I'm just... No, they sell them.
That's
Sonic
disgusting.
Mozzie sticks.
Oh my
That's
what they call them? They can't even call them a mozzarella stick.
No, I called it a Mozzie sticks. I got sick of you making fun of my pronunciation.
Here we go.
So I tried to make it hip and cool, and you're
Wait, what do you say?
Again.
Mozzarella stick. Say it how you would. Don't.
Mozzarella stick. Mozz? Like Mozz. Mozzarella stick.
I feel like I can't say it. You have to start it because you're now too aware.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Yeah.
Mozzarella.
It's fine.
Mozzarella.
Say, I can't say it.
Like type it.
Begins with a W, ends with an R.
Worcestershire sauce. Is that how you say it? Wimbledon.
How do you say water?
Because I don't know how to say water.
Water. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know if you're going to let that slur out.
Wawa? I call it Wawa when I'm talking to Puffin.
Anyway.
This episode is trash. I'm so sorry, everyone.
A Florida man attempted to rob a bank wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog mask. The West Volusia Beacon reports that officers were dispatched to the Florida Credit Union in DeLand, Florida. Also, that's literally DELAND. DeLand. They were like, what are we calling this? It's the land.
but hip.
DeLand. On February 2nd, in response to an armed robbery in progress. The report said the suspect, wielding a hammer, confronted a bank employee to demand money. Also, I just want to say real quick, I'm not saying rob a bank, but you don't even have to bring a weapon to rob a bank. You know that, right? Like, they're all trained that if you even slide them a Post-it note that says, give me all the money, they have to. They just assume that you, like, have a weapon. You don't even have to bring anything. You just have to make a threat. It doesn't even have to be verbal.
I feel like it's smarter to not bring a weapon because that will just elevate the severity of the crime, too.
Yeah.
Like, you just do a finger gun in your pocket.
Yeah, you can be more successful with robbing your bank if you just walk up and you're like, give me the money, and you take it and you go. And you can't be too selfish. You just got to take whatever she's got right there in that fucking drawer.
We should ask Typhoid Taylor about it because she is an expert. Boots on the ground.
Oh my god, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I'm going to mime to you. When she was a young child...
Yeah, I know, Noelle. That's why I brought it up.
Oh, okay,
what do you think?
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it either. That's why they went with the...
We'll have to ask her. We'll circle back.
Yeah. She's probably too busy killing people with her cooking, but...
She's too busy giving COVID to everyone.
Bless her heart.
However, the suspect eventually ran away on foot, with witnesses describing the person as wearing a mask resembling Sonic from the video game series.
Oh, how fast did he run?
The suspect is reportedly still at large.
Because he ran away!
Here's a picture for you. It is, I would describe this as, you know, like...
It's just this circular face. It's
those like plastic.
Yeah.
They're both high quality and dirt fucking shit cheap.
It's like a toddler colored a dinner plate.
It's the dinner plate shape. It's clearly like printed on plastic. I would assume you get this from Walmart and it came with like pajamas. Like it was Sonic pajamas and then this came with it as a little treat for you. And he is also wearing like a messenger bag like people on bicycles who deliver your sandwiches.
Oh man. Do you remember when messenger bags were like the height of fashion? and like everyone switched from book bags to messenger bags, and then
yeah, I
backs.
was in college in the 2010s, you know. That's when it was at its fucking peak.
I feel like I had graduated by then.
You for sure probably did, Chelsea, because you're old.
I am old. Crusty
But
and old.
I remember it. I used part of my student loan to buy the like $300 messenger bag that was like big with people who were into fixies. Do you know what I'm talking about? Someone is screaming it probably.
I don't know. I don't know because my mom didn't raise me to be into labels, which is probably why I have a shopping problem now.
Chrome Industries Citizen messenger bag was $150.
The fact that you spent that much on a bag.
Baby, you know how it is. Drip
yeah,
God.
Actually, based on like how much money I've spent on things recently, I think that that's actually totally reasonable and fine. Yeah, I'm going to stay in my lane.
Yeah, if you liked, also you could get a mini for $93, but at that point, just like get the big one. Yeah. I will say that it did look absolutely stupid on me because it was giant and there was no reason. I didn't even have enough items to put in it. Anyway, enough about messenger bags. But yes, I do remember. Do you want me to hit you with another one?
Yeah. Well, I have another one.
Okay, you go.
I found another one that I thought emulated me because I'm very into myself. Mm-hmm. I'm not into myself at all. Actually, I should probably go to therapy. Let me pull up the article here. Florida man calling himself the Saint threatened to unleash his army of turtles to destroy town.
Wow. An army of turtles?
Army of turtles.
What type of turtles? Snapping turtles? Are these just like your little tortoises?
I like to think it was like tiny little turtles. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just carried in a knapsack.
The tiny little ones that are in like dentist's office. In the tanks.
My God. He even fucking... Oh, this is gold. This is from Newsweek.
Okay.
Florida man Thomas Lane referred to himself as a saint as he threatened to release his turtle army to destroy people in the town of Indialantic, according to police. The 61-year... Yes.
What I will say...
Yeah.
This is what happens when you like do fentanyl and watch like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like these are the ideas you come up with. Like you create yourself like a persona. You know, he's not Master Shredder, he's the Saint. Honestly, I like it.
I'm not hating it so far.
No, I'm not hating it either. It is cute. It is adorable. There is nothing threatening about turtles unless you're talking about the turtles that like, you know, are in the sewers.
The ones with like the
crime.
Yeah.
Named after Renaissance artists.
I love it. Who's your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo.
Mine was Michelangelo.
That makes sense.
So the 61-year-old...
Okay. We were so quick with it.
You don't know? Then get out of my face.
You know, here's the thing.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl?
Scary and Sporty is a tie.
I was always Baby Spice.
Of course you were. Wow. Of course you were.
I actually got Spice World on vinyl for Christmas. What a treat.
That's actually incredible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was definitely like a hard tie between Scary and Sporty, and it checks out.
When you played Disney princesses, which one were you always?
In fact, I was never into Disney princesses. If you remember, I was the anti-Disney kid. I did play like lions though, and I would be like Simba.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
So Simba.
I was always Ariel.
Why did I catch you for a Cinderella?
Blonde. You're just blonding to blonde.
Yeah, I am blonding. Or maybe like a Sleeping Beauty.
Thank you, because I'm always tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably
because like there's really nothing else going for her. She sleeps all day. We don't really like know her story.
But you know what? Every now and then, is it Philip? Prince Philip? I got me a Philip who doesn't care that I bring literally nothing to this relationship.
You know. You win them and you lose them.
So the 61-year-old is also accused of yelling obscenities.
Wait. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Backstreet Boys.
Interesting.
You're an NSYNC girl?
Here's the thing.
I didn't like the ramen noodle hair of Justin Timberlake.
I didn't give a fuck about Justin Timberlake, dude. I didn't give a fuck. I was a Lance Bass girl.
I was a Lance Bass girl. I will say that. And then for Backstreet Boys, I was always into Brian.
I was a Nick Lachey for sure.
Nick Lachey was in 98 Degrees.
Not Nick Lachey.
Piece of shit.
No,
You stupid piece of shit!
Was it Nick Carter? Which one? He was in Backstreet Boys too.
We should do a breakdown on Nick Carter's reality show because they're all on YouTube. I've watched him twice. His family is chaotic and dysfunctional. One of the sisters is already dead.
That doesn't surprise me. Also, I'm gonna out myself right now. So I was big into Nick Carter, but then I found out that he had a younger brother, Aaron Carter.
Yeah.
And whatever delusional part of my brain was like, "You've definitely got a chance with him." And I would like to go back in time to Child Noel and be like, "You actually do in the future." So I actually went to Disneyland with my family, and I was so fucking down bad for Aaron Carter. I had these they were like stickers, but they were the type that stick to glass. So they're not actually sticky. Do you know?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about?
They're like plastic, right?
Yes,
and they almost like
plastic
wrap.
Yes. Yeah. I had brought them with me of Aaron Carter so that I could put them in the hotel room.
That's fucking gross.
Little did I know at Disneyland. Little did I know if I just held on to a hope and a dream when I was 23, I could have hollered at him on Instagram while he was spiraling with heroin and could have been his next baby mama.
I think about that often too. Like if I could have snagged someone. I think the thumbhead prevents me the most, but if I could get close enough to woo Nicolas Cage with my personality, I think
you're
I have a chance.
fucked, dude. He's married to like some young, hot, like Japanese actress.
Yeah, I know. A lot of his wives have been non-blonde haired, blue-eyed women. So I don't think I'm as niche. That's why I have to swing hard with my personality, which isn't very good either. I have the personality of a meteor. Just a flash in a pan.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. Nick Cage originally married Patricia Arquette in 1995.
I feel like I could visually compete with Patricia Arquette.
You were in this era of Nick Cage because it went Patricia Arquette and then it went Lisa Marie Presley.
Yeah. That starts to go south for me here.
But then it goes Alice Kim, who is
like a supermodel.
She is this very attractive. She's only she's 38 now. Oh, thank God.
Oh, fucking foot in the grave.
She's 27. She's this like beautiful. I don't know what ethnicity she is. She's she's Asian, but she's got like a tan skin. She's
Before
beautiful.
You shit on me too hard, I never said I could compete looks wise. I said if I got close enough to show him my personality.
Well, then we kind of get close again with the 2019 to 20. What was that? They just dated. Oh no, they were married for a year. JK. 4 days. They were married for 4 days. Her name is Erica, and she has. Oh, she's another Asian girl, but she has blonde hair and big juicy lips. And then his current wife, Rico, and she, to me, she's his fifth wife. She is. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. She's the one. She is the one. She is absolutely stunning and perfect. When she's not dressing in traditional style garb in these pictures, she's in like a leather jacket and a black choker.
Well, I want to also shit on your dreams and be like, you're too bossy for Aaron Carter. So,
maybe I could have saved him. Anyway,
you would have driven him further into his pain.
Probably. But anyway, back to the story.
The 61-year-old is also accused of yelling obscenities and causing disturbances at businesses along North Miramar Avenue on Sunday including Starbucks coffee, Surfinista Cafe, and Sassy Granny's smoothies.
Jesus. Everyone just out here buying their $10 drinks, getting their day ruined.
Yeah. So, as well as the Turtle Army threat, Lane allegedly warned police that they would, quote, all see what would happen in an hour, according to the affidavit.
What happened?
Well, Lane reportedly made his way to the police department lobby and banged on the glass, but left quickly before an officer could meet him.
To be fair.
That is intimidating.
Something did happen in an hour. So, you know what? I do give him credit for follow-up there. May not have been what we all hoped or expected, but something did happen. He didn't specify. He did follow up.
Then he went to a 7-Eleven parking lot, and the police were called on him there. He refused to get out of his car and called 911 and told the 911 operator that you all need to leave or you'll be sorry you fucked with the saint. They did not leave. In fact, they just arrested him. Yeah. So he's charged with 3 misdemeanors, including breach of peace through disorderly conduct, misuse of 911, and resisting an officer without violence. Well, how do you resist without violence? You just go limp?
You just yell, I'm resisting, but you still comply. You could get charged for calling 911.
If you abuse it, yeah.
I used to call 911 when I was a child all the time.
Well, you're lucky. But this did immediately go into another article that said elsewhere in Florida, Leon County Sheriff's Office arrested Austin Day, 28, on Thursday for attacking his parents over a pork chop that was too acidic. He smashed his mother over the head with a glass mug and stabbed his father in the chest with a butcher's knife. Both
I'm going to go ahead and say this didn't actually have anything to do with the pork chop. This has been festering for years.
Sometimes I feel like people overcook their pork chops and they're hard to chew. So.
I don't. Oh my God. I just almost said I don't know what a pork chop is, but it's pork and that's a pig. I don't know why my brain just cross-connect lamb chop, and I was like, why do people eat lamb? But anyway, I'm going to
be honest with you. The amount of prep we normally put into episodes, I'm always like, these are going to go terribly because we didn't prep hard enough. Merely reading Florida Man articles, I was like, piece of cake. Has been wildly off the rails. And now we're derailed again by you thinking you didn't know what a fucking pork chop was.
Well, this is the problem with Florida Man. It encourages chaos and it encourages chaos thoughts. And that's just is the way it is. Drugs found wrapped around Florida man's penis during traffic stop. Clearwater, Florida.
What? Drugs?
Yeah, dog.
I don't want to out my partner, but sometimes he complains that my hair somehow gets wrapped around him as well, randomly.
His dick?
But while he's at work, yeah, he'll like go pee and he'll be like, what the fuck? And he'll pull like a long pink hair out. And it's after he showered. There's been no touching. They just mark their territory.
You know, they do kind of fall around. I mean, it makes sense in this case. I think I've mentioned it before, but previous to getting waxed regularly and also having access to ball trimmers, which don't get me started on that. My asshole used to be a bit of a sarlacc pit, and it would just collect hair. I would just rinse my hair, and it was like, you know, those little...
Same, yeah. And then you have to remove it, and then it sticks to you until you put it on the wall of your shower.
And you Picasso the hair on the wall of the shower, yes. Finally, we're back on the same page.
Finally.
We're back. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like it's a magician's sleeve back there. I'm just pulling. You sounded like the Joker so hard.
You're real good. Oh my God. I just want to imagine it with like a little suit going like nothing up this one before you take a shit.
Yeah, oh it's like a purple purple sparkly sleeve with little silver stars in it.
Oh my god, what are you finding in there? Like an old coat? Like what's going
Well, like, it's literally like I'll go to pull the initial like hair out of the Sarlacc pit, put it on the wall. I go to do just another quick rinse, like, because you got to get the hair out before you like fully wash your asshole, and then there's like still hair. So it's like when they don't stop pulling the handkerchief out. That's what it feels like. So,
man, I was thinking you were finding other things, like not just pulling stuff. So like, what's coming out of there, man? But then I remembered you had anus problems for quite a while. Well, anus problems. I apologize. Dial back. Rectal problems.
Yeah, rectal, not internal.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense if I was hiding other things in there. That's what caused some internal tearing, but no. So anyway, I definitely am on the same page with Oliver that, while he gets your hair stuck around his dick, my hair gets stuck inside my asshole. Anyway.
God.
Florida investigators said they found cocaine and methamphetamine wrapped around a man's penis during a traffic stop, that's kind of like risky. Obviously.
How did they find it though? Because I've seen pat downs, and I don't feel like they're ever jingling.
I feel like a dude who's driving around Florida with coke and meth taped to his dick
is not check.
He's not doing the best job of concealing it. I bet he walked out of the car to do like a DUI checkpoint, and he was absolutely bricked up. And by bricked up, I don't mean like boner. I mean there are bricks of methamphetamine taped to that man's dick and balls.
Or he's like, definitely don't have drugs on my dick. And as he walked out into traffic, probably. I still think it's a little weird that they discovered it during a traffic stop and not during like the jailhouse pat down. But I digress. I'm not a police officer. I do not fondle people in traffic.
The man denied to the Pine. Oh my God, how do you pronounce this? It's like Pine and then Lass. Pine Lass? Interesting. County Sheriff's Office deputies that the drugs were his. Deputies said they stopped the.
Well, I don't know how those got there. Sorry.
Well, he just straight up copped to it. He was like, yep. Deputies said they stopped the man's car when they saw him driving without lights on at 4 a.m. Saturday. Again, you know what, you guys? Don't give them reasons to pull you over. No. Always use your blinkers. Always turn your lights on when you're driving at night. Make sure all of your lights, front, back, brake lights, tail lights, all of them are functioning. Make sure you have your car up to date with registration, or at least have stolen the sticker of the year like the crackheads did in my house to my car to put on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have both rear view windows, Don't give them a reason. Authorities said they also found a gun under the passenger seat while searching the car and discovered the drugs while searching the passenger. So, pat downs. A little crotchety pat down, baby.
Have you ever been pulled over and they search your car?
No.
I have had it happen almost twice. Once for sure. So when one of my friends growing up, well, he's still my friend. One of my friends lived in West Point, which is basically fucking west of Layton. And I said it that time. Look at influence. And his last turn was the very last turn before you go to Antelope Island. So my friend was driving, and there was maybe 6 of us in his van, and he missed the turn, went to the Antelope Island street, stopped, turned around, flipped around, and went to turn onto my friend's street to go to his house. A cop immediately turned on his lights and was like, you guys were going to go party at Antelope Island, and you only turned around when I turned on my lights. And we're like, that's funny. We were already turned around when he pulled us over, but I digress. He saw, what was happening was, the 2 people sitting in the back went to put their seatbelts on. And he was like, they're hiding drugs. I know it. None of us did. Like, the people who did smoke, like, didn't have anything. Like, they were going to my friend's house to smoke. But the cops, like, literally opened the chip bags and, like, put their hands in it. Like,
Is that even legal?
yeah, because he pulled us over and he was like, well, I think that there's something going on here. Can we search the car? And I was telling my friend, no, don't let him search the car. Don't let him search the car. And he was like, yeah, we have nothing to hide. So they let him search the car, and literally we're opening the chip bags. And, like, they didn't dump the chip bags out, which would make sense if they were actually searching. But what they did was in there to make them inedible.
Oh, they just, like, finger fucked the chips to, intimidate you guys?
Yeah, and then they didn't find anything and let us go. But the other time, have you ever done the find flow thing in Ogden? It's a ghost thing.
No, bitch, I'm not in fucking Ogden.
So you go to the Ogden cemetery, and there's a grave of someone named Flo, and it's like one of those super old graves from the 1800s. Mm-hmm. You go past the grave, there's like a whole thing. You go past the grave, turn around, get like roughly 10 feet away from where the grave is, and then you turn off all your lights and you turn off your car. And then you flash your lights 3 times and you wait. And green mist or green lights are supposed to kind of flash on the road.
Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah, I've done flow maybe 10 times.
And you got green lights.
It was very scary, yes. And
why have I come over and we haven't done this? You're such a bad friend.
Because the last time I ever did it, my really, really good friend, his name's Nate. We're still really good friends. He listens sometimes. So, hi. We were in my friend's car and we were doing the thing of find flow, and then we realized there was like a cop right fucking there. So we're like, oh, let's leave.
It's not illegal to be in a cemetery.
Well, it's like at nighttime. I think they close at like 10 p.m. But people just going in there, that's like an easy stop. So the cops like flipped on their lights, and then they got over the speaker like, pull over. And it was a Super Troopers moment for sure, because we're like, you can't pull over in the cemetery. It's a one-way street. And the streets are like this big because it's a super old cemetery. So we're all panicked. And as the cops are saying this, like, they're just talking to us, right? Because they were parked with their lights off. And they're just talking to us, and they're like, get out of the car. And immediately my friend was like, I have so much marijuana in my pocket right now. And we're like, you stupid piece of shit. You're not supposed to take marijuana. So we get out, and he takes it and puts it on the tire. Like, he has his hands in his pockets and leans up against the tire, puts it there, and just kind of chills out, has his hands out and everything. The cops are kind of doing the thing. But like I said, it was like a Super Troopers moment. And they're like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they were looking for more nefarious things than teenagers looking for ghosts. But we're like, oh, we're looking for ghosts. And they're like, do you want to stand here in the dark and find one? And we are all scared shitless.
Oh my God.
They think that we're scared of the ghosts, but really we're scared that they're going to find all of my friend's drugs that he had. So we're like standing there in the dark with these cops, just like very thumbhead, where you're like,
Oh
and
my God.
They're like, do you see her yet? And we're like, no, sir. And they're like, all right, well, get out of here. So they didn't give us permission to leave until we asked if we could leave, because they were holding our driver's licenses. But we were maybe there for like 30 minutes just standing in silence with these cops while they were scaring the shit out of us.
Power trip motherfuckers.
Yeah. And finally we were like, can we leave?
Isn't there real crimes they should be intervening in?
You know what they said to us? You know what they said to us?
What?
Oh, you could have left the entire time. Just don't tell our sergeant. We got the fuck in the car and
oh my God, I would have been like, give me your badge numbers. Oh my God.
What are you going to do? We were like 17.
Yeah, get them fired, dude.
I don't know. I did not swing my dick that hard at the cops, but it was like so fucking scary in the moment, because I was like, my world will end if I get caught with marijuana. I'll never be an astronaut. God. Nothing happened. The time where we don't have drugs.
Yeah, because they were doing like something totally not even legal. They were just fucking with you.
That was it. It was like a total Super Troopers moment. They were just sitting in the dark in the cemetery.
Literally.
Probably pretending to work.
They were getting ready to do the meows.
Yeah.
You know? Hit 10.
Or they were like waiting for actual crime, and what they got was like three sober teenagers.
They never are. Let me end it on a fun note. Florida man arrested for threatening Disney on Twitter.
Oh, you can't.
Just like how you had one that meant a lot to you, this one means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's in fucking Pinellas or whatever the fuck that place is called again.
Pinellas. I don't know how to say
it. Fuck away from there. Pinellas.
I don't know.
I know. A Florida man was arrested for making threats against Disney on Twitter. This also concerns me because I also make threats at Disney on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm concerned for you.
31-year-old Stephen Jordan. Oh, you always can't trust a guy with two first names. Was arrested for threatening to throw, place, or discharge a destructive device.
What if the destructive device was just his butthole and he was going to go
Well, that was a story, I think, in Florida where a guy said he was going to blow this place up and he meant taking a shit in like a Buffalo Wild Wings bathroom, but they called the bomb squad.
That's tight. That's dad humor.
Straight up. Detectives assigned to the threat management section were notified by the Central Florida Intelligence Exchange of threats made on Twitter. Jordan created a Twitter account on August 8, made a total of 186 tweets within a 3-hour period.
Holy fuck.
Also, the mania of making a Twitter specifically just to talk shit on Disney is fucking incredible. Also, like 186 tweets within a 3-hour period. How many tweets per minute is that? Come on, NASA.
We have to convert it. So 80, you have to convert hours to minutes. So that would be 180, right? No, 180 divided by 60, because he did 180 tweets. That's like 3 tweets a minute.
Yeah, 180, and then 100 divided by 186.
Oh my God. I've never even tweeted that much in my life. I think I did my first tweet reply today.
That would have to be 1 tweet a minute, essentially. That's incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Love that for him.
Are we that dumb? 180 tweets in 3 hours? We're like, what's the math on that?
186 tweets within a 3-hour period, and 3 hours is 180 minutes.
Yeah, so it would have been a tweet a minute.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking stupid.
This is why you didn't get into NASA. Detectives said 2 of these tweets, I should say, were directed at Walt Disney World and said, at Disney. So like at, directly messaging them. Or we will blow up all of your execs' houses with C4. The second one said, at Disney, I will toss a hand grenade through their loft windows.
I don't know why. Tossing a hand grenade is just hilarious to me.
It is hilarious.
That is funny, yeah.
There were several other tweets directed towards Activision Games about their video games, derogatory comments about their executives, and other current litigation issues. Twitter suspended Jordan's account on August 9th. Let's go! Full day?
Yeah, they were on his shit.
Detectives worked with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and determined Jordan was the owner of the Twitter account. Officials said Jordan admitted to investigators that he wrote the threatening tweets. Jordan was also convicted in 2019 for making a false report about planning a bomb, explosive, or weapon of mass destruction, according to detectives. He was taken to Pinellas County Jail and is being held on a $10,000 bond.
Okay. That's not a very high bond. I feel like that's quite low.
No. Also,
isn't that only $1,000 to get out?
I don't know. Probably. That's not much at all. Also, him saying they need a weapon of mass destruction, like that is the man that Bush was talking about.
Yeah, that's
boy.
Pretty...
Also, shout out to Disney, because this man was clearly making threats to everyone. Everyone was a target, but he was shooting. He was just like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And Disney was like, you know what? We're Disney.
Not today.
We're suing you. Oh, man.
Dude, they got his ass. Can't do that.
Kind of. $10,000?
Yeah, that's a slap on the wrist. Because I think that's seriously only $1,000.
For repetitive threats of bombing places.
But the amount of times where, like, I've been suspended from Facebook for threatening to kill people.
Me too.
And I was suspended. I still had access to Facebook, but I just couldn't post for like 12 hours. Slap on the fucking wrist.
I know it. I told someone I was going to kill them, and it was the moment I hit send, I was fucking blocked. He was like,
Facebook caught me. Yeah, like Facebook.
They caught me typing it, and we're like,
yeah, that's basically what happened. Like, it was so fast. I posted I was like, I'm going to fucking slit your throat. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, ping, and I opened up my phone to an email from Facebook.
Yeah.
They're fast.
I know it. It's incredible. You know what? This is also why Twitter is the Wild West, though, because when you like mouth off on Twitter, it goes like, it says something on the lines of like, you sure you want to tweet this? It might not reach as many people because of the language you're using. And then, of course, you're like, yeah, I fucking want to say this. But the thing that this article is missing is the 185 other tweets that we haven't seen, because I want to know the context that made him fucking put a target on Disney's back. Like, what did he watch that made him do that?
Yeah, I'm also interested. Disney is like, has Disney done anything recently that's like other
Disney
than their
is like horrible.
Yeah, but recently,
probably stealing all the time. Fuck Disney. Also, I'll read you a tweet that I have drafted about Disney. Maybe I won't send it knowing that they're fucking trigger happy.
I don't know. You've sent me like screenshots of your tweets that never get sent, and they're career enders, I dare say.
It's true. This one's not too bad, though. This is almost like borderline pro-Disney. You know what it was? I was getting infiltrated by adult Disney people, like adult Disney
you can't do that.
TikTok, so I said,
yeah, that's dangerous.
But then I read their comments, and it was parents being mad. So this is the culmination of that. Mm. I don't even like Disney, but I hate the whole, quote, Disneyland is for kids shit. Oh yeah, it's for kids? Then let the 7-year-old pay for the $20 mouse-shaped donut. It's for kids? Then let the kids run free in the park and see how many deaths at Disney episodes end up on true crime podcasts. P.S. I still hate Disney adults, but also fuck these kids. And I'll stand by that.
Yeah, that's probably like the nicest thing you've ever said.
I know. Honestly, Disney, unblock me. Anyway, there you go, you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. A little taste of Florida Man. A little taste of what we're into. A little taste of derailing.
I'm sorry. This is just the chaos of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I don't, at least it wasn't like last Valentine's Day when I had like just gotten like dumped and had to do a whole sad episode about murders on Valentine's Day. We've made it past that.
God, that was so long ago.
A year, babes.
How long? How much we've grown?
Barely.
Hardly.
Just kidding. I do think we will do true crime next week, though, because Chelsea did make a new "It's Never a Mannequin" shirt. So to launch that new merch, we'll definitely do a true crime story. Speaking of merch, if you go to any of our bios on any social media platform, in that section about me, I don't know what they call it anymore, you'll find our link tree. And in our link tree, you can get redirected to our merch site. You can get redirected to Wild Wood Owl or Kelly Holloran's Etsy shop, where she has stickers, enamel pins, and a few bandanas left. You can also get directed to our Discord server or private Facebook group if you're still on that boomer shit. It also has how you can listen to us on God, everything, and where to find us on Twitter. I'm at Noelle Fain. That's at Sithlard. We are at Go to Hell Podcast on everything. And of course, the most important thing of all, you can get linked to our Patreon. $1 gets you in new episodes every week. You sign an NDA. You can't repeat anything you see or hear or say in there.
Yeah, it's blood in, blood out. But there's no blood out.
Yeah, I will sue you like Disney.
I will come after you. All right, sweet.
Hail
Hail Valentine's Day. Oh, hail the turtle guy who tried to end Florida.
Yeah, he was onto something.
Mm-hmm. Wiser than us all.